Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today on this episode, we're going to be talking about a piece of terminal tackle, a new jig head that I think is really unique, and I'm really excited about it. I'm going to give you guys my my first impression on this piece of terminal tackle. And not only is it really unique, and I'm excited about that, but also it's a company that my buddy Matt Steffen, which you guys have probably seen his YouTube channel, and if you haven't, go check out Matt Steffen Fishing, and also Johnny Schultz from Fish the Moment, another huge YouTube channel. They teamed together to create a brand called Core Tackle, and so they've been really introducing some cool stuff that's pretty interesting, and most of it is terminal tackle, jig heads, and they're really, they're really recreating the wheel a little bit on some of these different baits. They got one, they introduced, their first one was the hover rig, which was extremely well received when it came out, and still is just flying off the shelves. And I'm going to be doing a first take video on that. I personally have not fished either of these, the one that I'm about to talk about or the hover rig, but we're going to get them on the water pretty soon. So you'll see some of the on the water, action and kind of my thoughts on it. But the jig head that I want to talk about today that they introduced just recently is called the TUSH. Look at this thing right here. Now, this is a 3/4 ounce version, so it's a big hook and a pretty big weight. But this jig head, super unique. This is something that you really have not seen before. First thing off the bat, you've got a very dispersed weight on the shank of the hook. It actually goes all the way to where the bend starts. And this is designed to be a swim bait hook, but it's not just any swim bait hook. It's designed to make a traditional, soft plastic swim bait or a Laz-Tech swim bait into an internally weighted swim bait. So you have the balance of an internally weighted, swim bait, but you have the, ability to use it with any swim bait on the market. Because that's one of the problems, is the fact that there's plenty of really cool internally weighted swim baits that I don't generally use that much because I don't like some part of the design of it. But the TUSH, allows me to pick and choose exactly what swim baits I want to use, even if it doesn't have a already rigged hook in it. So I'm going to show you real quick what I've already rigged it in. So right off the bat, I was like, man, I got to put this in one of my favorite little swim baits, little 5-inch diesel minnows from Z-Man. This bait is really good on Chickamauga, any of the Tennessee River lakes where I'm just trying to cover a lot of water. But usually I'm fishing like a Hayabusa weedless swim bait hook with it, which is great. But there's sometimes that I want a exposed hook for those type of situations because maybe they're short striking or just not hitting very well, or I'm fishing open water. So that's it rigged right there. You can sort of see the TUSH inside the Laz-Tech there, and essentially it just looks like it's made to be in this bait, like it's been molded around it. And so I'll just kind of pull it out because I haven't like fixed it with super glue or anything yet, but you essentially string it in there, okay? Push this whole rib body into there, and there it is. I mean, it's like you have a pre-rigged swim bait with a weighted hook in it. And so this hook design, the whole idea behind this is to create a perfectly balanced swim bait that is going to allow this bait to roll at the perfect amount and just overall swim perfectly straight too. So that's what I'm seeing. Some of the underwater footage that I've seen from Matt Steffen's, channel. I haven't seen anything from Fish the Moment, but I'm sure he's got a bunch up there. That's kind of the concept, is they want a swim bait that has the appeal, the swimming action of an internally weighted swim bait, but with the flexibility of being able to use your favorite swim bait designs, and that's it. I mean, one of the things that I'm going to mention when it comes to rigging this, because I've rigged it once, and man, if I can open up this super glue, don't tell my wife I did that. She's a dental hygienist, that's why. But one of the things when I was rigging it, I was like, dude, you know, this works great with the Lastec, you know, like in this 5-inch diesel minnows in particular. But the one thing that'll make it even better and pretty much make sure that this will never slip out is just a little bit of super glue on the shank of that weight. Slide it in there. Let's go ahead and wait just a couple seconds and make sure we get it the way we want it. And we're probably good. This thing is never gonna pull down from that tush. So adding a little bit of super glue, I think, is going to be a very good thing to do, you know, just in general with the tush. And I also think that with traditional plastics, it'll probably hold a little bit better. But the problem is that you're going to constantly have to change out those plastics. So if you're using a Lastec is way more durable, and you can catch, you know, I've caught upwards of 100 fish on one bait in the past. And one of these swim baits is pretty durable because it's pretty thick. So once you put it in there, I would put a little bit of super glue in there, and overall you're going to have a much more efficient package where you're going to be able to catch a lot of fish. But that essentially is the tush. It is, first glance, first impression, it is very, very well thought out. I'm actually surprised that more companies haven't done this in the past. It's pretty simple, but it does exactly what it needs to do. And I'm pretty excited about it. And one thing I could see you doing is, you know how I kind of put it straight in the nose on this one? I think it works really well there. But I think that this design actually will lend itself to potentially, you know, going back on the nose just a hair and coming in that way, just so you just have the eye like right there. But this is gonna work, I'm pretty sure, very well. And so I'm happy with the way I've rigged this. But, you know, I definitely think with a lot of things, a little bit of super glue is gonna be a big deal. But anyways, guys, that is the tush. Very well thought out. It's got a good quality hook on it, very sharp, very strong. Swim bait hook, you want to make sure that you have a hook that's capable of handling big fish. This obviously can do that. And so overall, I think it's a great design, and I'm really excited to hit the water with it. So I'm going to do some videos on it and let you guys know how it ends up doing. But my first take on it, my first impressions, is that this is going to be a killer new type of jig head to use with your favorite swim baits. So anyways, guys, take it for what it's worth. I have not put it to the test on the water yet. We're going to do that soon. But let me know what you think about the tush in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'm going to see you out on the water. Trust the process.